Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video and my setup, today I'm going to be doing something pretty similar to what I did with my Rainbow High retrospective, but instead today it's going to be with the Mermaze Mermaids dolls. And this is going to be a long one, so grab a snack, grab a drink. What better way to spend the morning than sitting around and talking about tiny plastic fish women. ASMR channel linked in the description. Let's get right into it. So yes, the Mermaze Mermaids line is one that was started about a year ago, around February, I think is when these started popping up in stores. But a few months prior, we saw this image just floating around on the doll leak social media world. And this doll leak caused a lot of controversy. What is this doll line? That was of Miss Kishiko, and that's who we have now. I apologize if I'm saying that name incorrectly. I've heard it pronounced Kishiko, a bunch of different things. But yes, you guys, and this doll, when I saw this leak, I fell in love. She had the inset eyes. She had, I don't think she had her jacket in the original leak. And I'm not actually seeing the original leak right now, but if I can find it, then I will put it up on the screen, because I think this is the original picture that I saw. If I'm showing it, then I found it. If I'm not, then I didn't. Yeah, I was obsessed. I was absolutely in love with this leak. I was like, this is gonna be the most perfect thing in the world. And then we started getting more leaks. We then saw this picture of, whoops, I think her name is Jordy. Yeah, so it was kind of like a blurred, it was just like the silhouette of her. So we saw this. This was, again, a few weeks after the Kishiko leak. We saw full body pictures of Kishiko from another, like, account. And then we saw kind of like a silhouette, like, grayscale image. You can see it on the screen right now of Miss Jordy over here. And I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed, to say the least. I was super excited. I thought from the picture that we could tell that she had micro braids, which is super cute, especially on like a first wave doll. That's something we get like once a brand is more established. It's not something we get on like the first release, and I think only release of this character. So that's super duper cool for representation for textured hair. And then I think around January or February of that year, the dolls were released. They started popping up in Targets. Different influencers and different things were sent them to review. And then we finally got stock images. We got sort of like posed, stylized images of the Mermaze dolls from that Mermaze Instagram that was started around this time as well. Now, you guys, these dolls caused quite a bit of controversy. People said either they looked like Liv dolls, or people who thought they looked nothing like Liv dolls thought that their face molds were kind of like that uncanny kind of vibe. But I was obsessed. I definitely thought they were a little bit uncanny, but like almost in the best way possible. This is one of the later dolls that we'll talk about in a minute, and they're just so like pouty and glam and like high fashion. And yeah, the inset eyes are like a little funny, but in my opinion, if anything, it just makes them look fishier, and it just adds to that vibe. So yes, this first round of dolls was released. It was sent to a bunch of different influencers and PR, and they were well received for their looks, but they had multiple kind of like hardware criticisms that I think people just wanted to see improvements on. Miss Kishiko, this was my first one, because like I said, I was absolutely obsessed with her from the stock images, the leaks, the reviews, like everything. I was absolutely obsessed with her. They all came with long nylon hair, for the exception of her. She has kind of like the, if you know the OMG doll, Miss Royale, I think is her name. I'll put a picture of her on the screen. It feels to me the most similar to that than any other hair fiber. It's kind of similar to like Kanekalon, I guess, but it's not Kanekalon because that isn't used anymore. But yeah, these dolls were highly detailed, and I believe the original price for these dolls was $32.99. Ouch. These dolls did not come with stands. They did come with a color change feature, but unfortunately, a lot of people seemed to have trouble with that. I think that that might have been one of their downfalls. It was when color change was pretty popular, I would say. Like I said, it was about like, I think it was late 2021 into like early 2022 is when these dolls came out. And looks wise, you either liked the face or you hated them. And those that liked the face had multiple qualms with the design, just no stands. And then also for $32.99, the knees weren't articulated, but then there's also all these other cool elements like super detailed accessories, you know, earrings, jewelry, the whole 9 yards. Unfortunately, I don't think they were just keeping up with the other doll lines at the time at that price point. Can we talk about my nails also, you guys? I thought they were so fitting for today's video. Or should I say finning? As well as my little pearl necklace and my little teal top. I don't know, I thought it would kind of fit the vibe of like the mermaid-esque. Also, my hair's wet, so it's like even more. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I don't think they were keeping up with the other lines at the time. And then this doll came out. This is Aura. She came, I'll insert a picture here of her stock photo. She came out a little bit after, or I think some people were finding her at the same time as the other dolls, depending on when your stores got them. And she was very similar, and we kind of got the vibe that they were going to do a similar sort of setup to the Amaya hair play studio from series 1 of Rainbow High. Unfortunately, this doll was... So I can't find exactly what this doll's price point was, but I want to say she was $39.99 or $49.99. And she came with the similar kind of like hair color pieces that Amaya did. I threw all of that away, but I still have this gorgeous, stunning doll left. Now, as a collector, I don't love like gimmicky sort of stuff, but like I think the target audience was for kids, but then again, she was $50, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's kind of confusing. But this doll was, I think, a little bit better accepted because she could stand a lot better than the other dolls on her own, as you can see, as well as she had a bend and snap tail. So that, to me, was a step in the right direction for the brand. She also had a molded on top, which shows a little bit better of her articulation. So I was waiting for this doll to come up in today's discussion so that I could show you guys the articulation better. So this was the highest form of articulation for the brand. She had the bendable tail as well as like the fins can open so she can stand on them. I prefer to display her like this because one, it makes her so incredibly tall and I think that's just so gorgeous. And then she has the bend and snap knee, and then the rest is what the other dolls had. So she has the chest articulation. If you are unfamiliar with these dolls, it's pretty similar to like a Monster High G3 doll, as far as like the waist and up, because obviously Monster High G3 dolls aren't fish people. Yeah, she has full rotation at the shoulders, elbow, and wrist, and then the head can move from side to side. Now, I haven't gotten these two dolls out of the box yet. Those are my only two of the Winter Waves dolls. I am gonna complete the whole Mermaids line and eventually get all of them, but this was the second and only line to be released. So let me get into that. So after Aura, we had a little bit of a break, and then we got leaks of the Winter Waves dolls. So that included some existing characters, but then also 2 new ones. So we got, I'm going to try to do this properly. We have Kishiko. I'm already forgetting. What is her name? Kishiko, Christabella, Gwen. Oh, I think it's 3 new characters and 2 of the repeating ones. Don't know her name. Gonna have to put it on the screen. And then Harmonique. So, yes, you guys. I'm just gonna show you the back of the box here. I mean, it's also probably on the screen. But, like, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous faces. These dolls have tons and tons of detail. But these, you guys, their price point was originally, I believe, $39.99. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that is a big jump, and we didn't really get a ton more stuff. So let me show you this doll. We have some accessories here. We have her, like, second outfit, which is really just, like, her jacket. And then she has a purse. And then the dolls are incredibly detailed. I think it's just their downfall was the not coming with stands, and the color change feature didn't work super well. And I don't know, you guys, it just wasn't as advertised, I don't think, as like some of the ones that like are like have crazy tons of advertising put into them. Like OMG has the show, Rainbow High has their show, which is like actually a real show at this point, basically, with like a real plot. It's not just like short ended like episodes with no like super duper like intense plot. They have like actual plot. How many times can I say plot? Whereas we did later get some episodes with these dolls. Let me show you this feature also that I forgot to mention. They have like these like literally snow globes inside their tails, you guys. Now, me as a collector, I don't care about the price point. I'm like, she's stunning. Like, what? I need her. I need all of them. But I think for some parents, it just wasn't super duper realistic. Now, along with Winter Waves, we also got a set that was with a new character. I'll put a picture of her on the screen. She was super cute. I think she came with a lot of stuff, and I think that if you're gonna get like a one, you know, Mermaze doll, it's gonna be her, just because she does have so many pieces to mix and match. And she had the feature where you could actually take apart her tail, so you could mix and match the tails. And I've heard people say that you can actually take the tops of these dolls off their tail. I haven't tried it because these dolls are discontinued, and I don't know if I'll be able to get another one at a good price if I don't. But like, you guys, like, yeah. So now that we've gotten pretty much all of that out of the way with like the beginning thoughts, the beginnings and sort of endings of this doll line, let's get into the leaks. So a few months after the Winter Waves line was released, they kind of started dwindling down on making the webisodes, as well as we were given some leaks on Instagram of sort of like a junior high type deal from the Mermaze line. Now, I've seen these dolls' heads, I think, on full Mermaze bodies. I don't know if they were on AliExpress or Taobao or like one of those kind of sites, but these were going to be made. So people having those dolls in hand, those doll heads in hand, shows that these dolls were going to be made, and I think they were super cute. The original leak that I saw, I'll try to put a picture on the screen if I can find it, showed no articulation, molded on tops, and the dolls were like a little bit smaller and had different face sculpts. Now, I think that their goal may have been to do something kind of similar to junior high. I think in a lot of ways they kind of followed, you know what I mean? They did like Winter Break, Winter Waves, they did the core dolls, they did the car, which I also forgot to mention. I'll put a picture on the screen. And then they were going to do sort of like a junior high-esque thing. And I think that would have been super cute. I think for younger kids who, his parents maybe couldn't swing a, you know, $30, $40, $50 doll, maybe these could have been like $26.99 or $24.99 and could have come with less stuff and still been a really cute, cheap alternative for a lot of families. As far as for me though, as a collector, I think I'm gonna say it, and I've said this with so many different doll lines and so many different dolls that have come out over the past few years and have been coming out. You guys, I think these dolls, since there was such a short run, and they do have some pretty interesting, pretty in-depth concepts, I think this is gonna be a doll line that is not forgotten. I think in a few years, it's definitely going to be not talked about, and then maybe a few years after that, people are going to be like, oh my god, why were we not all obsessed with these? Kind of like how Novi Stars was, kind of like how like a lot of different lines that only had small runs kind of come back, and people are like, oh my god, these are so freaking cool, why did we not, you know, obsess over these when they were out? So I'm not sure if I said this, but I did get Harmonique, and that's not her name, and I didn't say her name. I did get Christabella and Gwen for $11 at my local Target. So if you feel how I feel, or you think you're going to feel how I feel in a few years about these dolls, and you're a collector or you buy dolls for people, maybe get these dolls now, because oh, so she fell. Let's not have another part 2 of last talking video where the dolls literally fell down and attacked me. If you know, you know. But let's like take a look at this for a second, you guys. I paid $11 for her. She has this cool feature in her tail, which is literally a snow globe. I don't know what's going on with the bottom of her tail. It kind of looks like a bell. I don't know. She has long, like, inches. None of them have short hair, by the way. All of them have hair literally to the floor, made of nylon. Aside from Kishiko's core doll. I don't know what that's made out of. If someone can tell me in the comments, that'd be super cool. Because I literally have no idea. But detailed outfits. Like, she has fur down. She has this flocked, like, purse. And that's just my thoughts as a collector, you guys. I understand that the target demographic is kids, especially if you watch the webisodes, because, yeah. Moving on. The webisodes weren't bad, you guys. I think that the target demographic was obviously kids, as is for a lot of doll lines, but I think with, like, a doll line like Rainbow High, the webisodes and dolls are kind of like a mixture in between, whereas if I look at this, I'm like, the silhouettes, the inset eyes, the sculpting, down to the details and the price point, aside from the gimmicks, with, like, the color change, I look at this and I think that this doll is made for collectors. I don't know. I know that that's like people literally think that about, like, most Barbies half the time, or, like, I don't know. And I know that that sounds like kind of like selfish as a collector, but, like, I was a kid playing with dolls not too many years ago. I feel like I can recognize the difference. But, like, this time of dolls and doll releases is really blurring that kind of boundary between, like, collector and playline, and I kind of love it, because I don't think we would have got stuff like this otherwise, if this kind of crazy time for doll collecting and doll buying didn't happen. I'm gonna play with Miss Shell Nell, which, first of all, that name is hilarious. That's so, like, ridiculous and silly and unrealistic, but I don't care. But, like, look at the curls. Like, she has no gel in her hair. She's a little tangled because she fell off my shelf, and if you see dust flying everywhere, mind your business. Like, moving on. But, like, you guys, oh my gosh, I forgot that they had painted on bra tops. That is so cute. But yeah, these designs are just really, really cohesive to me, and I feel like you can tell that they were really cared about. I mean, she has a freaking hair bow made out of her own hair in her hair. How many times can I say hair? But, like, I think you can tell that these dolls were really cared about, and the designers put a lot of energy and passion into them. And I don't know, I would have liked to see more from them. I would have liked them to be able to get their footing a little bit more, kind of like how Rainbow High kind of got their chance to do that. But I think it was kind of an attempt at taking the Mermaid High line down. I'll put a picture up on the screen. I think this was kind of MGA's attempt at getting rid of that. And as you may or may not know, Mermaid High was canceled. So unfortunately, they kind of ate. So I'm just saying. Those dolls were cute too, and way cheaper, and definitely targeted at a different demographic and age group than these dolls I think were. I think these are kind of more like the teen, but then there's, like, the color change aspect, and it's like, it's just so confusing. There's just so many layers and levels to this doll line that it kind of is confusing where the target demographic is. If you're trying to, I think that with a doll line like this, that especially is so expensive, if you're trying to please everyone, then you're going to end up pleasing no one, and then except me, because I'm a collector and I'm insane and I buy every single doll that I ever see. But as far as parents and kids, you're going to end up pleasing no one, and then I think that the doll line is just going to fall off and be forgotten about. And then in 10 years, if my prediction is true, then in, like, 10 years or so, people are going to be like, oh my god, what the hell? This is an adult channel, not for adult collectors, so if you're not that, bye. People are going to be like, oh my god, what the hell? These dolls were so cute and we took them for granted, and can you believe these dolls were going for $11.99? Can you believe these dolls were found in thrift stores in the box? Like, hello? That's where I found, oh, just kidding. I got this doll at Target, but I found her, like, later on at thrift stores in the box for literally $13, so yeah. Oh, I think this one, I think this one I got at the thrift store for pretty cheap. I don't remember, but, like, it was one of those kind of, like, liquidation-y type thrift stores where they get, like, a bunch of different stuff from Target and Walmarts and stuff like that, and then they just, like, put it on the shelves, which I think is super cool. But yeah, like I said, you guys, if you are interested in these dolls, like, even down to, like, their makeup, let me show I think Miss Christabel is a better example of that. Like, this is makeup. Also, as well as, her. Like, she has this stunning graphic liner. I think she's, like, this doll is a little funny and a little dated, and she's definitely kind of, like, got some Ariana Grande, like, Lady Gaga references. And it's just, like, one of those, like, very sign of the times dolls. But, like, this is makeup. Like, this is makeup. Do y'all understand? This is makeup on a doll. Like, it's not just, like, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitter, a little bit of liner. It's like, no, this is makeup, you guys. Let me show. Hers is pretty good, too. Like, she has these little stars around her eyes. Are you kidding me? And if you're creeped out by the faces, unsubscribe. I'm just kidding. But if you're but if you're creeped out by the faces, like, I get it. I do. They are, like, creepy kind of, but, like, it's nothing we haven't seen from Live dolls before, and not every doll can look like a CUNT version of a baby face on, like a very glam body. Like, some dolls just look like more like people, and I think that's fine. I think these are definitely exaggerated too, obviously a little bit with like the, but to me I look just like her. But to me that just, like, I don't know, I think that just adds to it, and it just adds to, like, the glamour, and it adds to, like, I don't know, like, yeah, they're kind of creepy, but I think it's camp, and I think it's, I mean, I think it's camped down. I think it's really cute. But yeah, I think I'm just rambling at this point. Let me, like, gather my thoughts. Okay, guys, thoughts gathered. For the rest of the video, I'm probably just gonna be playing with her because, like, her color scheme is just so insane, you guys. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Stunning. She has, like, look at these, like, intricate braids. I don't know, you guys. I know that this video is all over the place, and if you want a more, like, organized commentary style video of a retrospective on a doll brand, please go watch my Rainbow High retrospective video that I just posted. I know Rainbow High isn't over, but, like, there was talks of the brand being over party, and go watch that video to find out. Actually, Rainbow High is doing just fine. Like, I'm sorry, Rainbow High. I'm very sorry, honey, but, like, I gotta get that self-promo in, you know what I mean? Gotta get people to watch that video. But yes, if you want a more organized video, go watch that one because this video is literally insane and all over the place. But I didn't really know what I wanted to do for it. I thought about unboxing one of the dolls, but last time I feel like that was kind of distracting. If you guys want to see unboxing videos of the two of these girls as well as the rest of the Winter Waves dolls, let me know. I'm also planning on, if I can find, oh, they're not on the back of the box, but the two other sort of like playset-y type dolls. There was, is it two? No. One other playset-y type doll. The chick with the crystals, or the chick with the cherries, like, in her hair, and that, like, little motif going on. I'll put a picture. She's already been on the screen earlier, but, like, she can have more spotlight. It's fine. It's fine. It's not even about me. It's my channel, but, like, I guess you can be here, too. Like, it's fine. Anyways, let's continue this discussion in the comments below. Last time, you guys seemed to really like this style of video, and a lot of people commented on different things that I talked about in the video, and I love that. I love long ass comments, and that is literally my favorite thing in the world, so please do that. Yeah, because I love reading them. The longer the better. Like, make it a book. Use as many characters as you possibly can. I just love it. It's not only because it helps out the channel, it does, but also I just love reading them, and I love, like, doll market and doll line specific discourse. I know that's such, like, a niche, like, discourse to be had, but I don't care. That's literally what this video is about, so that's what I've just been doing for the past, like, 30 minutes in my room as a 20-year-old. Almost. So, yes, you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Would you have liked to see that junior high-esque sort of vibe from them? Do you think the price point was just too much? I don't know, you guys. Like I said, a lot of these dolls, the first four dolls I bought at full price, and then the rest I waited for a sale. Not because I wasn't into them. As you can tell, I'm obsessed with them. But just because there was other stuff coming out at that time, and I was just focusing my doll budget elsewhere. Now that I've been posting on YouTube so often, I don't really have a doll budget, and it's kind of flown out the window, and I'm just, like, buying every single thing that comes out. Maybe we should do a video talking about that, and how to, like, save and how to sell dolls and that sort of thing. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Yeah, probably would be more for me than it would be for you guys, but let me know if you'd be interested. Also, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing an unboxing of either of them, as well as looking for sales on the other dolls and unboxing those as well. Okay, this was supposed to be like an outro, like final takes kind of thing, but I'm just rambling, and I just realized that that segment alone was like literally 10 minutes, so we're gonna cut it down in editing. I'm so sorry, future self, that you have to edit this. That's why this video took me 3 freaking weeks, because you decided to sit there and talk for literally 2 hours. So, don't blame me, and blame me from the past. I hope you guys liked the video that I filmed a month ago. Oh my god. But yes, you guys, let me know what you guys think. Let's please continue this discussion in the comments below. Like I said in my last retrospective, like, talking video, I don't care if you subscribe, I don't care if you like the video, I don't care if you send me, like, death threats. Okay, don't send me death threats. But I don't care what happens as long as you comment on this video. Comment on this video. Let's continue this discussion. Do you have any of these dolls? Are you interested in getting more? Are you sad that the doll line's over? Or do you think that if it wasn't going to make these improvements, that it was just the line's time and it just needed to go? I don't know, you guys. I think in a lot of ways this doll line served its purpose, and I've definitely enjoyed talking about it today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel down below, and my Instagram is dollthingsbyavery. It's also in the description. As always, bye dolls.